I cheated on my husband with my son's best friend, and I destroyed my family. I know I'll be judged. I know people will call me disgusting, selfish, a monster. And honestly, they'd be right. I destroyed my family. I burned everything I loved to the ground for something that felt like passion but was really just desperation. And now I live in the ruins. Here's my story. I'm 42, married for 21 years to Mark. We have one child, Jacob. He just turned 19. My life was fine. That's the word I always used. Fine, not great, not terrible, just fine. Mark works in logistics. He's responsible, reliable. But God, he hasn't really looked at me in years. No dates, no touches, barely a conversation past bills and groceries. I started feeling invisible, not just to him, to the world. And then Ryan showed up. Ryan is Jacob's best friend. Athletic, sharp, charming in that cocky way that makes women blush. He's been around since they were kids, but over the last year, something changed. He filled out, got confident, and he started noticing me. He'd say things like, "You always look so good when you laugh. You're not like other moms. If I were your husband, I'd never leave the house." I laughed it off until I didn't. Until I started dressing nicer when I knew he was coming over. Until I started checking the mirror twice. Until I started fantasizing. And one day, when the house was empty, he kissed me, and I kissed him back. We didn't sleep together that day, but it didn't take long. A week later, it happened. In my bedroom, in the bed I share with my husband. I had never felt so alive and so dirty at the same time. It became regular, a sick kind of routine. Ryan would sneak over when Jacob wasn't home. We'd text using code words, meet in my car, hotel rooms, places I swore I'd never go. I kept telling myself it wasn't hurting anyone, but deep down, I knew I was living on borrowed time. Jacob came home early one day. Ryan was in my room. We were careless. I'll never forget the sound of my son's voice through the door. "Are you king kidding me, Mom?" He saw Ryan shirtless. He saw me half-dressed. And the look on his face. "I will carry that for the rest of my life." He screamed, cried, threw a lamp across the hallway. And then he left. No bags, no words, just gone. Mark came home later that night. Jacob told him everything. I was sitting on the edge of the bed, sobbing. He stood in the doorway, completely silent for almost a full minute. Then he asked, "Was it true? Was it him?" I nodded. He didn't yell. He didn't cry. He just whispered, "You broke my heart." Then he walked out the door, took his keys, and didn't come back that night or the one after. My marriage is over. Mark filed for divorce a week later. I signed the papers without contest. I didn't have the strength to fight for something I'd already destroyed. Jacob moved in with his grandparents. He won't answer my texts. He blocked me on every platform. I haven't heard his voice since that day in the hallway. Ryan? He vanished, stopped returning calls, deleted his Instagram, as if I was just a phase he outgrew. I sit in this empty house now, surrounded by silence. The bed feels like a grave. Every room echoes with what used to be a life. I wish I could take it back. Every kiss, every lie, every second I thought this affair made me feel young again. I was selfish. I didn't just cheat on my husband. I cheated on my son's trust. I killed the only version of myself that ever mattered. A mother, a wife, a protector. Now I'm just a shell of a woman living with the wreckage.
That was intense. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments. What would you do in a situation like this? Would you forgive, walk away, or are some things just too broken to fix? If you like this kind of story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.